Well, good morning. It's Michael Douville coming to you from beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. It's October 13th, 2020. We're here in Maricopa County, and I'd like to talk about the questions that arose from Tuesday's webinar. Now, every Tuesday morning, we have a financial webinar. We talk about some financial topics. We talked about depreciation, and then depreciation really runs right into a 1031 exchange. And every single real estate investor needs to know what a 1031 exchange is. It's one of the great tax advantages that we get as real estate investors. And we have a lot of this. It's very, very important today because a lot of my clients are baby boomers. They're retiring from the cold states. They're moving here to wonderful Scottsdale, Arizona, and they want to take their investments with them. And they also have some very strong financial reasons to do that. If you're coming from New York or New Jersey or Illinois, particularly if you're anywhere in northern Illinois or in Chicago, if you're in Seattle or Portland or California, any of these high tax states, particularly California, and you want to sell your portfolio and transfer it here to Arizona because Arizona is one of the great markets of the United States. It's Florida, Texas, and Arizona. Maricopa County being probably the top market there is in the United States. These just make a very, very compelling reason to have your real estate here because we're getting really, really strong appreciation, and we're getting great value on our rents because we really have a housing shortage here. And rents are going up. So a great place for people to bring, not only retire here and move here, but you want to bring your portfolio. A 1031 exchange allows you to do that and defer the capital gains. You can defer the capital gains right until demise. So you never ever have to pay those taxes if we do this properly. And it is so easy. A 1031 exchange really has 6 steps. One of the rules is that you just need to buy, if you're selling a real estate investment property, you're buying a real estate investment property. Almost anything in real estate will qualify as long as it's being held for investment. Now, typically what you do is we sell 1 and buy 2 or 3. You can certainly do that. The steps are very, very easy. We do it all the time. Step number 1, hardest part about step number 1 is making the decision, which property are we going to sell? Now, we have a lot of people who are moving here and bringing their portfolio. That's really, really a terrific idea. We also have, we talked about depreciation last week, 27 and a half years, your depreciation runs out. Really nice to have depreciation on your taxes. And oftentimes, if you sell that property, you can restart your depreciation in 1 or 2 or 3 other properties. The lingo for a 1031 exchange is the sold property, when you're going to sell, is called the relinquished property. So we sell a property, we sell the relinquished property. It's a normal transaction. The buyer goes through, they either pay cash, they get financing, they have inspections. We go to closing. You do not get the proceeds. The proceeds go to a qualified intermediary, a 1031 exchange company. They hold your funds in a secure account. You go shopping. You have 45 days with which to just identify the property, not to close them, just to identify them and enter into contract to buy those properties. One property, whatever it is, keep in mind that you want to buy as much or more as what you sold, so it's equal or greater value. Typically, it's greater value because we've had probably a lot of capital gains build up over decades. And of course, you might even have carried forward. You might have $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 in capital gains very, 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 very easily to receive that. And so we're going to not only restart the depreciation, but increase your tax advantage. We identify the properties, enter into contract, same transaction, just it's the same inspections. We go into escrow, we close the property. When you're going to closing, you call your intermediary. They send the funds to the title company, and the transaction is extinguished, and it's done. It's that simple. Just follow the rules. Relinquish property, send the proceeds to a intermediary. identify a property within 45 days, close the transaction within 180 days, and have the money sent from your intermediary to the escrow, and it's done. Now you can also buy new homes. That just takes a little bit of planning. Here in Maricopa County, we are really struggling with housing. We really have a shortage here. Builders are just flat out, and a home that would normally take us 5 months to build is taking us 7 or 8 months. So we just have to plan. It's going to take 8 months, and it's just a little extra planning. We just buy the house first, get them under construction, and then sell it. So we make sure that we're within a 180-day window. Very, very easy to do. Now, as a baby boomer, we could do this 3 or 4 times in our lifetimes. Keep bringing forward all that depreciation, deferring it into the next property, deferring all that capital gains. Now, and as a baby boomer, we start talking about estate planning. This is where you can have your estate planner call us. Your financial planner can call us. Your tax can call us. We'll work with you on this. But we're a community property state here in Arizona. If a husband and wife are holding their properties in community property with right of survivorship and one passes away, the surviving spouse gets a double stepped up basis and receives all the property tax free. So all that capital gain that's been coming forward for decades, all the depreciation that you've been bringing forward for decades gets wiped out. And the surviving spouse gets the estate on a double stepped up basis at market value, and all of that capital gains is wiped out. So what a great estate planning tool. What a great place. We're here in Maricopa County. You can move your properties here. Our rents are increasing. Our properties are increasing. It's just a very, very compelling place to have investments here. We're very, very good at what we do. If you'd like to have your financial advisors call us, we're more than happy to work hand in hand with you. You can contact me at michael@michaeldeuville.com, or you can call my corporate at 602-942-4200. We'll help you any way we possibly can. We're very, very good at what we do. My very best to you. Bye-bye now.